I'm Michael Weber, Northwest Seismic. Today we're at a house in North Portland. House has been retrofitted by another contractor, and we got a chance to review the work afterwards. And there are some problems here. I think a general lack of understanding of what happens in an earthquake, how houses respond to lateral forces. So on this wall, you can see we've got 8 of these to transfer the lateral loads generated in an earthquake from the sill plate to the foundation. Now, this is a very small house, less than 1,000 square feet on the main floor, and there's about 300 square feet in an attic that's finished. We would like to be able to transfer about 15,000 pounds of lateral load from this floor diaphragm into the sill plate. Now, the contractor has installed 8 of these into the joist bay, so from the rim joist to the sill plate. Well, these have a load rating of about 500 pounds, which means we've got 8 of these, that's 4,000 pounds. So that's about a third of, or less than that, about a quarter of what we need to get into the sill plate. And then we have 8 of these, which with a load rate of 1,500 pounds, that's about 12,000 pounds on each wall. Way too much. So we're going to install more connectors. We're going to install this as an L50, same load rating, faster to install, and much less expensive. And we're going to supplement what's existing with more of these. Now, the other issue with this house is there's an addition on this wall, and the contractor followed a design method called prescriptive path, which if you've been to Portland's BDS, Bureau of Development Services, they have a seismic retrofit program. It's a little bit of a one-size-fits-all approach. It doesn't take into account a lot of different factors. In this case, the fact that there is an addition on this house. So the contractor followed the perimeter of the house, not taking into account the fact that this segment of the house, the original structure, doesn't know that there is an addition. All it knows is there is added load on this wall from the addition. So this house will need slightly more hardware to compensate for that. But what's on here, we've got 4 of these, we actually need 6, and I guess we're probably going to have about 4 of these, and we need 16. So we're going to help this guy out. We're going to add a little more hardware to make this work a little more efficiently. So let's go look on a whiteboard and I'll see if I can explain this, the addition, in a way that makes a little more sense. So here, this is a better way to illustrate the concepts. So in this house, the blue represents the original structure, the red is the addition. So let's just say that this addition was finished yesterday, final occupancy permit was approved. We still need to do a simple load calculation for this structure. In addition, separately, a load calculation for this structure. So we'll take the weight of the house and we'll multiply it against 25% of the force of gravity to calculate the base shear. And let's say that base shear works out to, for this structure, it's going to be about 12,000 pounds in any direction. So we'll just represent that as X. So each of these 3 walls will get X amount of side plates and shear transfer ties. The addition, we've got 3 new walls, so we don't need to worry about those walls, but we do need to worry about this common wall. So we do our load calculation for this, and ideally on each wall we would have, we'll say, Y amount of side plates and shear transfer ties. But we only need that on this common wall. But we need X on this wall. So what I'm saying here is we need X plus Y on this wall, because this wall now has more load on it than any of the other walls of this house, because one wall of this addition is sitting on top of the same sill plate. Point is, retrofitting a house typically is much more complicated than it would seem to be if you look around online.